Okay, so put that over there. And that's there. Yay! Hello, sexy souls. How are you all doing? Let me get this out. I'm going to move that. All right, you're already talking to me. I see. All right, guys. Why is my deck cockeyed like that? I ain't never done nothing. Like, I don't understand. I don't overly bend my decks, but that one is irritating to live fire enemy because it won't sit down. Oh, that helped. Anywho's, guys. Okay. Let me get us to the... It always puts me on top chat versus live chat. I'm like, okay. All right. Oh, I cannot wait to get into a regular routine again because it's been a bleh. Anyways, all right. So, grab your cup of coffee, your matcha, your tea, your, lemon water, whatever you got. Let's settle in and see if there's a message for us. I kept getting something about financial matters before I came on, and I didn't know how exactly, like, any way in which I was trying to make a title for that, it didn't feel right, so to speak. I was like, okay. And so I was like, I'm drawing a blank. So I just figured I would tell you all. So that feels like it's coming up. Hey, LP, how are you? So yeah, like that came through, and I spent so much time trying to come up with a title. I was like, okay, look, every time I started to type something, I was like, no. I was like, who has an attitude and an opinion right now? That's what I want to know. So I have no clue. I just left it blank. So, for those who are new, who might come across this is Weird and Woo-Woo, where we are weird and get a little woo-woo, okay? Kind of in the title, guys, right? So, also, if you choose to stick around, just remember, I can't read for all 7 billion people on the planet at one given time. Therefore, we don't Cinderella the shit to make it fit, okay? Fantastic. Alrighty. It is my second cup. It is half calf. So technically it's the second half of my cup. That's how it's going. All right. Alrighty. We did get more snow, and then it's going to get warm. We're going to go back to the 50s, and all week next week's going to be rain. Like if I wanted to live in Seattle, I'd live in Seattle. I'm sick of this. It has been raining nonstop since November. Just saying. Like we get maybe one day a week where it's not rain. Hey, Alyssa, how are you? All right, so we're just going to get started. Oh yeah, that's right. I was about to ask them, where do you want me to go? And they were pointing this out. Divine Doors. Yep. Gonna shuffle it up a bit and see where we go. Couple of things. I've actually had several reading requests for 2024, like just overall general. So like those have taken a long time. Like when I do them, it's a big read. I cannot, for whatever reason, go small, and that means because I'm not meant to, right? So I am going to create its own category because I have had it purchased at like a quickie read, and I can't do a quickie read. I cannot. So I am going to put it on there for a reading for like if you want to do like a 2024 type of forecast type of situation, or what do I need to know about 2024? That's going to be at the 150 mark because I literally went 2.5 hours with one of them. I was like, okay. It is the first time that's ever happened, but they're all going over like an hour, definitely over an hour. And so I'm just going to do that. So that'll go up on the website. Just know that is an option. And then what was the other thing that I was going to tell you guys? And for those who might feel called, we are doing another selling activations. And this time it is going to be around the wondrous islands of Sardinia and Corsica. So be on the lookout. I will be posting more information about that if you feel called to look into that. Yeah. And for those who are not aware of selling activations, it is a 7-day excursion with at least 5 different stops where you have facilitators who have have a history in financial planning, coaching world, DNA upgrades, light language, Reiki. Like when I tell you that they have the long list of credentials behind their name, and of course facilitating like experiential activations is what I would call it, where we use the leyland lines and things like that. I will be putting some more information also. That just made me think I have gotten a little bit more info. It has been crazy the last 3 weeks. I haven't been able to do jack squat on the astrocartography stuff in 3 weeks, right? And so I'm going to start posting some stuff. So y'all might see that jump in that group. But anyways, so that's just so you're aware. I will be putting more information out about selling activations, but that is going to happen the first week of June. So it's going to be a really nice, gorgeous time to be going there. So, and we do a bit of a small intimate group. It's only open to, I think we 9, up to 9, but of course we may cut it off depending on who we get. Group dynamics and all. So, alrighty, guys, let's go. I feel like that's all the announcements. I just felt like I needed to go ahead and blit it out, and then, ooh, why do I feel like we keep getting some of the same? Somebody definitely needs to spend some more. I literally almost said contemplative time, and that is not it. When I say that's not it, in fact, they want you to get out of that contemplation is what they want. Let me pin this message really quick. There we go. There's too much chatter in the mind, and what they really want you to do is step out of the self a little bit and start tapping into some to the frequency or the vibe of, I want to say, of the earth, of nature, if that makes sense. There's a need to kind of like just put the Virgo brain like up on a shelf right now. All right. Because we do have silent skill. I challenge you to unpack your mind. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. So I feel like somebody needs to take some active steps at attempting to do this. Our brains can get into like a holding pattern or like muscle memory. And so even when we don't want to, even when we're not anxious, our brain will try to kind of like go there, especially if I'm getting like very OCD type of tendencies, meaning that your brain just does things all on its own as like trying to get the right levels of serotonin, dopamine, that type of stuff. And the thing is and OCD will lean itself towards more dramatic thoughts, is what I want to say, because it's the thing to easily produce what your brain needs. Fun fact: meditation can do the same thing for you, but basically, negative thoughts can be very addictive on a very scientific, physiological level. Like, this is true biology here. And so there's like an active need to interrupt that and change that pattern. Because there's some people who can like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to chill. And it's like, it's so much easier for them to step outside of themselves than it is for somebody who has OCD. So I just get the feeling of like OCD type tendencies. Like it takes so much more of a concentrated effort. Okay. You really have to be mindful. And even then it can be very difficult. Time here turns to release and unfurl old cords of pain fade as the sun's light burns. While you, the human, may not feel attached anymore to any of the old pain or old cords, your OCD-like thought patterns may harp and make it very difficult to stop. like very intrusive thoughts, or it just kind of like comes back and you're like, okay, I'm not even worried about that. God, but it's like your brain is stuck, is what it feels like. Compassion and action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. Somebody's getting exceptionally frustrated with their own brain. And it's actually pulling you into the energy of those types of thoughts. So it's like you're not naturally, organically in that energy, but your brain starts going. And then you get frustrated with the fact that your brain starts going. And it's like, okay, I'm done. Jesus, like, stop. Like, oh my God, and it almost like then it pulls your energy into it. And so Spirit's like, this isn't something where you can just be like, I'm gonna, sometimes it's with OCD, you have to acknowledge a thought and you can't like try to fight against it. You just have to kind of like disassociate from it. Like it might be going on in the background, but you're paying it. But there's some need to take an active approach to interrupting this and changing your body's pattern of getting what it needs in the brain. Okay. I'm also getting that there may be some dietary changes that need to happen in order to help with that. And if you think diet does not impact people who have mental health issues, you are so out of the game. The art of life and a stranger's grace. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin. Let your love dance in sight. Okay. An ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. I'm being drawn more to the ego fears the sudden danger. This is again, ego wrapped up in this, right? It's so much easy. It feels like muscle memory. So easy to kind of revert to old patterns, despite you feeling not like you're actually, this feels like something that's been worked through and something that you are no longer like, it's a healed aspect, but I feel something trying to pull you back in, so to speak. Okay. I want to ask questions about this. The art of life. So we're just going to actually yikes. Good morning. I'm still working through some of that stuff, guys. There's just remnants left over. I don't know how long it's going to last. So apologize if I end up coughing or anything. Surrendering to the journey. Release control. Believe in magic. There's something about you embarking on something. You may wonder why Spirit is telling you that you're ready for something, but yet your mind still seems to like be, I feel like it's a knot. I feel like something that's knotted up, like chains, like a necklace, that kind of thing. Or like, why is this still caught up in this? And I think it has something to do, again, like I said, I think there's some more physiological, biological components to this. And it's just going to take a concerted effort. Beginning the new cycle, yeah. Don't get caught up if you feel like your brain is still operating in the way in which it did before. I just feel like saying like acknowledge the thoughts and kind of like be like, and ignore them instead of getting irritated by the thoughts, if that makes sense. But you, again, make sure that you're doing some level of that jumped out and then landed back on my thing. It felt like it was meant to come out, so I pulled it out. To help you not get pulled back in energetically to something, like to help you, especially not get frustrated with it. It's almost like that when you pull your energy back into it, you get frustrated by it. It's like it riles you up, that feeds it. And so, if nothing else, the meditation will help with you not getting pulled back into the energetics of it. I hope that makes sense. Release control, believe in magic, beginning a new cycle. Abundance is pouring into your life. Okay. If you pay too much attention to the randomness thoughts, the intrusive thoughts, the thought patterns that you can't seem to let go of, even though you desperately want to, it's just going to interrupt your energy. And I feel like it has something to do with the art of life. Like there's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Like somebody is like, I can't do this yet until, and they're like, yes, you can. Okay. You're going to have to be bold. Like I feel like you would rather not be plagued by the intrusive thoughts. But they're like, the only way to actually, I mean, and I feel like those will go away when they no longer hold the power, when they no longer hold the fear response, when you're saying, like, when you start doing, and then the ego realizes, oh, this isn't going to kill me. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, worst case scenario isn't. Oh, so there's a different way of operating. Like it takes the power and the charge away from it. And your brain will quit going towards that to seek that dopamine hit. Okay. So two things. Takes the one active step you can take is whatever it requires to meditate. Now that looks different for everybody. A lot of people will go for walks or runs because it's like that helps to clear their mind, but it also helps to purge and change the energy and the brain chemistry and things like that. That's a meditative state. It may be sitting on your front porch with your coffee and like just focusing on the way the sounds of the birds. And sometimes even looking for the birds so that your focus is somewhere else, but your mind is clear. It could be true meditation, guys, right? Where you sit and you try to go into a particular state, a trance, you know what I'm saying? So it's up to you how that looks, but whatever flushes your mind out where you feel like you're just very present in the way something feels, that's what they're asking you to do, okay? And then to just move, just to take the moves, just to do. Because in the doing, despite whatever fear may exist, it will dispel and disperse its power, and then those thoughts will dissipate. You cannot let those things halt you in your tracks. All right, we got Golden Universal. Let's talk about the abundance that's pouring into your life. And I feel like the release control has everything to do with, but I'm not ready because of this, and I'm not ready because of that, and da da da. It's like, I feel like those are the thoughts. Those are those intrusive thoughts that are telling you, like throwing anything up to create. They want you to have a triggered fear response so it can get the chemicals that your body's desiring. Your brain is so dependent and used to doing that in order to get what it needs. And it's worked in the past, and you're gonna have to break that cycle. And a lot of that is the idea of, as long as I have control over something, then things can be satiated. But the trick here is you never really fully have control over everything. And so you need to release this idea of control. You need to kind of just surrender to what will be in order to get rid of those things. That felt too quick. Oh, there's something in that. Something feels like when this happens, it's going to happen. Start moving through something, start doing something. It's going to happen so very quickly. Hermit. I just heard, go your own way. Hermit follows his lantern, his internal compass. And it's what's guiding every step that he takes. Emperor is all about taking the lead, feeling the fear and doing it anyway, so to speak. Well, there we go. All right, I am really interested in this. There's something different about this Five of Pentacles. I feel like there's going to be some level of communicated or discovered new idea or new possibility. I'm going to first start here. We're going to clarify. I know, guys. Let me just pull all of this up. I probably should. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Let's see. Well, it does feel like a triumph over adversity. Something does come in. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. I want to actually start with that. Okay, we've had this before. Going from the 5 to the 10. I feel like whatever this pentacle is, it's addressing the Five of Pentacles, but there's something with the Five of Pentacles. And so basically, they're saying that you're going to have a lot of success. You're going to finally move forward. You're going to overcome some, I was going to say they have like scarcity in your life, something that's missing. We do have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. There's going to be a return to pleasure. Six of Cups. And the Nine of Pentacles. Financial liberation and stability. Okay, guys. That's all great, but I feel like there's a story behind. I'm going to pull Sun Knight here. What is this specifically? Like something wants to be acknowledged, I feel like, in the Five of Pentacles. I feel like somebody's had some level of impediment. They keep bringing me to his peg leg, where it's like, maybe you wouldn't be in this position if you didn't have some level of limitation existing within your life that seems beyond your control and seems unfair, that it is the thing that's impeding you. Nine of Swords, Five of Swords. Nine of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Okay. When you have a Five of Pentacles, describing the Five of Pentacles, there is something to the very traditional message of lacking finances, being without, being in an impoverished state. A seemingly impossible to overcome situation. And if we're talking about something that it felt like something that you couldn't necessarily have any control over right now, the current economic state, like across the world, and the way that companies and CEOs are intentionally trying to break people so that they'll be grateful for what they get. It's almost like the ramifications from where the pandemic happened and the ramifications where it's like life circumstances that were beyond your control put you into this place, and then having external factors that create, like, you've had to really something about this has been exceptionally, the major most impact that this has been on you mentally. I feel like it has put you in a Nine of Swords, Five of Swords. I heard never-ending fear state and mental battle of trying to overcome something, trying to just like to me this feels survival. Nine of Wands is all about like it's to the point of it's not just it is like self-defense. Like you've been having to fight for something. Like fight to just have enough. And you've not been able to make any moves because this two of Pentacles always tells me about taking that next step. You've been limited. There's something that has stopped you from being able to take the next step. It's almost as if I feel like saying the lack of money and the lack of opportunity and there's been a lack of opportunity to make money has stopped you from getting more money. Like I feel like the lack of money keeps you in a place of like hamster wheeling it. Like maybe there's so many things you could have done to get yourself out of an impoverished state had you had money. You know that it's the idea of money makes money. You need money to make money. And so that stopped you from being able to move along a path with this survival state. So so that needed a voice. This Five of Pentacles is more than just kind of like, oh, I need some money. It's like there's been a major and this is why your brain is having difficulty right now coming out of this pattern, right? And the Ace of Pentacles, there's some opportunity or something that's going to transpire, something new in your life that's going to transpire that will allow you to overcome this. There's some level of long-term success that's coming in. I'm getting long-term, and like this is going to benefit the family. You're going to be able to, for some of you, you have children, and this is going to really help you take care of your children because between the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups, this is like you finally are able to provide materially, emotionally, all of that for your children again. But there's this sense of there's been a lack of joy. Like I feel like a pervasive lack of joy, such a mental imprisonment that this is the kind that where I feel like somebody would be having migraines, somebody would be having like blood pressure issues, somebody would be having like physiological symptoms and implications from this type of stress. Between the OCD type of feeling that I was getting there and like having like physical pain, somebody's central nervous system has been fucking shot, like completely shot. And to be able to finally feel good again, 6 of Cups, like that's what that feels like, feeling good again finally. And feeling stable, independent, free from that burden. Like this is going to free you. Whatever this is about to free you from that previous state. So let's find out what this, let's see who's messaging me. Oh, it's just my mom. We got okay, so the Page of Swords. Let's see. 8 of Cups. Ace of Swords. And the World. I feel like there's some like mental freedom that you're achieving. Hold on. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. Clarify the Ace of Swords. That's almost more important. I'm son of a biscuit eater. Hermit. Star. I know this sounds weird, but I feel like the energy of the cards do not match the clarifying cards that are coming out. I'm going to pull from a different deck. I want you to see what these were. 8 of Cups, Ace of Swords, the World, right? And then Hermit, 4 of Wands, and the Star. Because I'm not trying to hide anything, and I'm not trying to change the... Like, when I'm like, no, I feel like saying, no. That's not it. Like, the energy just doesn't match. Of the let's pick a different clarifying deck really quick. We're going to use New Era Elements. Nope. They want As of Thoth. Okay. I need to understand. We're going to put these bad boys up over here, obviously, and these are going to be our focus right here. These two right here. I know it's a lot of cards on the desk. Ooh. Let's figure this out. And like when the energy of a card is so strong, it's hard to move through cards that feel like they don't match that energy. Because all I can focus on then is the energy of that card. And it makes it difficult for me to read the other ones. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I need something that matches. I don't know why that didn't match. Why it felt like that. Thank you. 5 of Cups. Okay, so there's obviously a leaving disappointment behind. 8 of Cups with a 5 of Cups. You're walking away from that. You have a new area of focus. Lovers and the Star. I feel like you actually have choice now. You actually have the ability to choose to walk down a particular... Okay, the Star card is all about a niche. Star card and 8 of Pentacles is giving me the same energy right now. This is like... So it would be like the Ace of Swords, and I know it sounds so colloquial, but like the Ace of Swords, your truth, your divine path, because the Swords is all about the path, like a clear, aligned path, truth, clarity, all of that. So this is news or the discovery of the ability to, and okay, so the Star card is like following your destined path, following the North Star home. Remember, we kept getting the Hermit, following your North Star, following your inner compass. But this is feeling like you find you're on your destined path. You find your niche, right? 8 of Pentacles is finally being able to put the time, energy, investment behind it, like really being focused on that and just that. Like you're actually getting, and with the Lovers in the middle of it, you actually get to choose this. So it's one of those things where it's like whatever comes in, you've not no matter what, I don't care how much you've wanted to do a particular thing, you've never been in the place to be able to choose it. You're in the place now. Whatever shows up, it's like getting information that the path is clear now. And it's finally highlighted. Like it's like feeling like I get the feeling of like, why can't I go? Like if it's for me, like why can't I maneuver down this? Why can't I go? Why isn't it ever clear? Okay. Is there details of this? I want to know what's the message that comes in. King of Swords, Six of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the Tower. Lord of mercy. We're just going to be going through this, guys. Okay, you ready? New Aerial Elements. King of Swords, Six of Cups. I swear to you, the songs, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Like they're just serenading the whole King of Swords. So you're in this place again. They're reiterating. You know, nine of Swords is where you can see the way in which you need to maneuver, what the path that you need to take. King of Swords actually executes that. You're able to execute this. And because you're finally able to execute it, like a massive level of pleasure comes in. Your cup is full. You feel more than capable. You feel more than motivated. You feel more than, like, everything is taken care of. There is no lack. This cup overfloweth, right? I want details. We're not going to dance around this today. We're not going to stay on the surface of this. I want details. Finally answering that call, feeling like life gets a second, you get a second lease on life is what they're saying. I don't care what it feels like. I want to know details. I want to know 3D, mundane details of how this, okay. You can finally execute it, right? You can finally do it. You can follow through. You can, because again, a decision is more than just thought. It requires action. See, the Six of Cups comes in because now that this one area goes, you feel like you don't have to hold back from the rest of it, because we do have the Five of Swords along with the King of Water. King of Water being all about like your emotional state and having to withhold those because you've been in some type of conflict. King of Water also acts on his intuition. He doesn't just receive it. He allows that to dictate how he maneuvers in life. You've not been able to act on your intuition. You've not been able to, and as a result, you've cut things off emotionally. You've held back with your emotions in regards to life. I feel like you have been on an utter pause. You were too much in the mental realm. Your emotions, and that's why I kept feeling like with OCD, like the only emotion I felt like somebody got to feel was anger. Okay, so I want to clear this. I feel like there's too many energies on the table right now. Because we're about to get into, we're going to pull some of the nitty gritty cards and find out exactly what this is. I'm going to keep the Ace of Pentacles out. Okay. And then I'm going to keep out the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Okay. Tell me where did I put it? There's the Ace of Pentacles. Because that's what we understand the other stuff. We get the energy and the gist of the other things. What we want now are details. I don't want to feel, I feel like we're too up like this. Let's dive in is what I'm trying to say. All right, guys. So here we have the Ace of Pentacles. They told me to put it up. Okay, where are we going then? I'm gonna pull Kipper. And then it looks like we're gonna pull Hermetic Tarot. There's financial security coming in. Ace of Pentacles represents financial security, some level of great fortune. So I feel as if so my human is going, well, normally I would think the message would come in about this. So then the Page of Swords. But even when they were pulled earlier, the Ace of Pentacles came out first, like something like a new path. And then we had the Five of Coins there. It's something that you're needing. Tell me about the Page of Swords. Privileged Lady is the idea of something going exceptionally smooth. Privileged Lady just like wants something and it happens. And everything kind of like goes off without a hitch. It's like this really lucky phase. Like everything coming just so easily for this individual. What's that got to do with the Page of Swords? Shh. I dropped something down below. Let me grab it. All right. Comes all too easily is what I'm hearing. Comes all too easily. I feel like the thoughts and getting riled up by your own thoughts stops you from acting on things and like doing things and moving forward with something. And it's like as soon as you do, like shit just pops off exceptionally fast, because we have Privileged Lady is here is that level of communication, right? Here you are imprisoned. Then this communication comes in. And this communication addresses, it's like you get unexpected income from this. It addresses directly your poverty through some level of work. Now, I get either that the money will help you do your work, or it's a job offer. Tell me more about the occupation. All right, Lenormand. Tell me more about the occupation card. And it's like whatever it is, something is removed from your because of this. Occupation. I haven't had this happen this much before, where cards that come out do not match the energy of the card I'm trying to clarify. It feels really weird to me. Like, why are cards coming out and that's not it? Is it, am I experiencing the doubt that somebody experiences, like when the intrusive thoughts happen? Somebody's been committed to something for quite some time. I don't understand the occupation. I'm asking about the occupation, the work. So the idea is you have been committed to something. Either trying to get something off, or you've been like I feel like saying landlocked in a particular job. Like you've been forced to kind of stay in a particular job, and maybe the only reason you didn't switch jobs is because you needed you didn't have the financial stability to switch. And maybe something comes in, either the job offer or the money, so that you can switch. Because I feel like there was something like this is like it's been too much of a burden to switch something up or to change something or to move out of something, right? But also, this is all about small businesses. It's e-commerce and things like that. So it's not even small business. It's just business. And it's like something like has been very difficult, and it stops you from being able to kind of like take the lead, because I'm getting Emperor energy off of the masculine. And this is something like long-term, you've really kind of been on this path, or you've been trying to figure this out for quite some time. You feel like you've been kind of like locked into something. That's what the contract agreement type of thing is. And there's this level of like, not knowing how to kind of like get out of it. Somebody didn't know how to get out of something. And you get the opportunity to do that. Now, the funny thing is earlier I was getting some of the like the house card and that kind of stuff and was giving the energy of that. That's why I didn't understand with occupation. It felt like you're not seeing this, but somebody may end up getting an opportunity that takes them out of somewhere. Somebody may have been trying to get out of where they live for quite some time and to go somewhere else. And I feel like there's a job or money that allows you to move out of a particular area. I do think that there's something in regards to someone's home life. And that would make sense because we had the 6 of Cups. Yeah, this is distance card. And this is like a lucky break, like a wish. Like this means luck, and this is like your wish coming true, like wishing on a star. Huh. Okay. So whatever comes in helps you get out. You're either going to be able to get out of a job that you've been stuck at because you felt like you were kind of like locked in because of financial reasons. Like it was like too much to kind of like leave and you had to have something before you could leave, or you needed something to kind of like tie you over so you could make the transition. And that's coming in. For some, it has everything to do with even a change. That's why we've got the journey cards a lot, like a change in location. Like it clears the path. Like if you've been trying to, you get the resources that you're needing. It happens all too easily. Okay. Anything else about there's the community, your surroundings. Yeah, between bad health and despair, next to the Lovers, you've not really had much of a choice. So they're talking like you're being given the choice now. Whatever has stopped you from being able to choose something is coming in. And it's specifically surrounding finances, money, material resources. And I feel like this is like community is like, it is what the fuck it says. It's your community. It's where you live. It's what you know what I mean? And it's like, there's this, you've been waiting. You've just been waiting to get out of there. So you've been trying to get out of a job, trying to get out of like, your opportunity is coming. It clears the path for you. You're about to get information on this. And I feel like saying the only thing that would interrupt you is those thoughts that have like, it's like intrusive thoughts. It's like you may be like your thoughts will try to convince you that you're not ready because you're having these thoughts. And I want to say it's not that. You are completely ready. Those thoughts will continue and persist until you just move right through it. Energetically, you're prepared, you're healed, you're ready for what the next step can bring. Something within you will try to convince you otherwise because it's so addicted to the negative and what that it's almost like somebody who is so used to chaos. It's like, and in the chaos is where the brain gets what it needs. You know what I mean? Like I'm just saying. So you need to do what you need to do to be able to clear your mind of those thoughts when this shows up so that you can move through it. Because ego is what's fearing the sudden danger, right, of this situation. But Spirit's like, there's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. And whatever this does, it helps you release old cords, right? The fear needs to be released. So this is coming in. I want to know timing. We did say we were going to use Hermetic Tarot. Is there an idea or understanding of when this shows up? This Ace of Pentacles. Why is this important right now? It did feel very quickly. Six of Swords. Earned success. That's about the Ace of Pentacles. There's that fucking Five of Swords. I'm telling you, those thoughts. That's the mental realm. Six of Swords. Moving through this. Pentacles. You're more in control than you realize. King of Swords. You just got to act on the decision. Part of making the decision is the doing. You've been in a place where you can't do. You are now in the doing. Eight of Swords. Again, Five of Swords, Eight of Swords tells me the thoughts will try to limit you, but you've got this. You need to balance that out. That's where that meditation is. You need a temperance with the Five of Swords, Eight of Swords. Over here, it's literally just like you, King of Pentacles has control over his life, and he's the I make moves type of person. I'm in charge. I do what I've got to do. How does this pertain to the swiftness? Because it again, I'm not feeling like you do this and then this thing comes in. Although, fucking fact that I bring out the Two of Wands is there's some level of action. So is there an action before? You do have to act on your manifestation. You have to take appropriate actions as you would as if you were really serious about something. Queen of Swords. You know what to do. You know it. You've seen it this entire time. Page of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Okay, but the question is, what I don't understand, Spirit, is this something that comes into them and then they have to take action on? Or is this like I take action and then something comes in? Are the thoughts stopping them from taking any necessary action? Because before, we had some people who there wasn't anything that they needed to do. So that's the clarity that we need. Is there an action and then things swiftly happen as a result of that? Page of Swords and the Star. We're not going to do this again. King of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Act on your intuition. Act on your intuition. It may feel like a bit of a struggle. Five of Wands is like competing desires, goals, the struggle, the chaos of trying to do that. It's not enough to get the guidance. You have to actually act on it. You have to move towards it. Page of Swords, a Star. I don't know why I get over here like the idea of getting either the attention. They're saying like attention, like like eyes on you, kind of attention. Yeah, High Priestess. We understand this. This is acting on the intuition. 110 fucking %. Your intuition is what leads to the Ten of Pentacles. You already fucking know. You already know. You see it from the Queen of Swords perspective. You know how to, you even know how to act on your intuition. Four of Swords. Rest from strife. Okay, that feels a little bit. Draw the connection. I don't understand. I still do not understand. I feel like I'm not encapsulating the Page of Swords well. Why doesn't it feel right? Maybe there's a part of you that it doesn't feel right. Like you think that's wrong. Like there's this, that's the intrusive thought. The intrusive thought is that your intuition is wrong. That if you do that, that's actually not going to lead to the Ten of Pentacles. There's literally something else that you've got to do, or there's a different way about it, or that can't be it. That's the intrusive thought. Like I feel like it constantly derails you from acting. You've been sitting on this idea. Empress is the idea of like, I've been cultivating this, cultivating it, and I've not taken action on it. It is something, I'm going to go on a limb and say this is something that for whoever I am reading for, you actually take action on. And it may be that you bring awareness to a certain thing. Especially when we have Ace of Swords, it's like, it's your truth, remember? You may need to be speaking. Somebody here might need to be speaking on their truth. They need to act on it. They need to articulate it and follow it. Somebody here may have a part of your path is your ability to communicate. Because the Princess of Swords or the Page of Swords is like the delivery of messages, the delivery of, it's very articulate. It's the gathering of information and dissemination of information. Okay, give me a little more on that. That's the part that am I not supposed to have clarity on this? Whatever it is you're meant to, your intuition's telling you to completely abandon something and move towards something. Here's the thing. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, because the messages have been that there's no real action required on your part other than the decision, right? I feel like there's an opportunity that's going to arrive. It's like the saving grace. It is the thing that you've been waiting to be able to that allows you to take action on something that you've thought about, that you can see intellectually, but you also feel guided towards like with your intuition, but that somehow your intrusive thoughts constantly want to derail you from. And you know this is a path to your Ten of Pentacles. You know this will help, like it'll answer so many things, like emotionally, materially, a stability for your family. There's a like you can see long-term success. Your intuition is telling you that there's going to be long-term success. Your intrusive thoughts may say, yeah, right. I don't know if somebody has been avoiding the meditative state because you constantly keep coming back to the exact same response that you should be acting on something. And maybe that's difficult for somebody when life around you has made it difficult to act on that. But you are in such a perpetual state of not acting on it. When the opportunity arises, you may find it difficult. There might be a lot of intrusive thoughts. And this is where You might battle within yourself, like, kind of thing. Maybe there's too much evidence in your life where I couldn't before. And so your intrusive thoughts are like, yeah, because that's not really real. It's not something you're supposed to. And it requires strength to move through. I feel like right now, instead of contemplating this, the number one thing that you should be doing is, because you're going to get information. You're going to get what you need to follow your path. Like, you're going to get it. Okay? You're going to get what you need. Four Swords, that's the meditative state again. They want you to take a time out with your brain. There's something about this message that might make you battle it within yourself. Also, like you might be arguing with a screen right now, where I'm giving this message of like, you already know what you need to do. And the mere mention of saying, oh, the opportunity to actually act on it. And it's like, there's the intrusive thoughts. No, it's not. It always says that never happens. And and all these other things. Like, I feel like it's just like, and they're like, you need to do this because it's going to come in very quickly. I feel like there's a fast turnaround, because we do have the Eight of Wands, Lord of Swiftness. And they're like, so right now you need to kind of give yourself a break. You need to fucking give yourself a break from these thoughts that want to constantly say, no, it's not, no, it's not, no, it's not. Your time of actually giving birth is right around the corner. And you're going to be required to actually walk away from certain things. Like, the time where this is going to pop off and you can leave behind the strife is what I want to say. It is right around the corner. So the actions that I see here are you clearing your mind, whatever that fucking requires for you, so that you're not automatically, before it ever arrives, saying, yeah, it won't. Convincing yourself that it's not a real opportunity. Convincing yourself of whatever, those intrusive thoughts, because you have been in a bad place mentally for quite some time. And so you have healed that, but your brain is still, it will not, it has such a tight hold on those, it will not let go of those thoughts until you actually fucking move through it to the other side. So you can't just be like, you can't just get angry at yourself and will it away. You're gonna have to take the actions to silence your mind, because it is about to happen. It's about to pop off in your life, and you'll finally be able to walk away from the existence that you've had for a period of time and actually enjoy yourself again and feel stable. This is the point at which you can actually build something. So I don't think that your actions are going to bring it in, but this is what, or I feel like, but when it does, you have to be able to act on it. And I know that we talk about this frequently, but like that we're all at that point. This collective is at the point of, when the thing arrives that we've been asking for all along, will we actually take it? Will we follow through? And a lot of us, think, of course I will. But when you've been on such a long journey and it's taken you through this evolution, this internal evolution, and what it's required to maintain something and continue to have faith in even just your intuition, like, that's a fucking lot. And it's like, when it shows up, it's like, what wins out? Your ego or your life calling? What calls you? You know what I mean? That internal pull. So yeah, you have everything. Five of Wands, Fortitude. You have everything that you need. Queen of Pentacles. You're capable of this. Yeah. This hesitancy that you have. Four of Cups is the idea of, no, like the Three Cups currently, absolutely no go. Will you act on that cup when it comes in? Because you're in such a yeah, right type of energy, or not energy, your thoughts are still aligned with that. You are ready. But somehow your thoughts, those OCD thoughts, can still pull your energy into it. You're still too easily baited. I feel like it baits you and pulls you in. And so they're like, you're good. There's just this resistance to when it comes in. I feel like a thought going like, well, do I even want this? Like, I feel like somebody's pissed that something took so long and they were kept from something for so long. It's almost like, well, fuck you. Now I'm not going to take it kind of energy. You know what I mean? It's like, do I even want this? Like, what kind of fucking sick game was this? That, you know what I mean? Like, I feel somebody on the like, that's where the thoughts go. But here's the thing. I think that you need to address this. And the fact that it says blended pleasure, it's like part of you is like, yes, and part of you is like, fuck this shit. Like, that's where the OCD thoughts, intrusive thoughts come from. Like, it's almost like I want to be like a big fuck you to whatever this is. You're in that state. You're too easily pulled in. I don't want to say too easily, but it almost is. It's like you need to be like, no, you need to cut that shit off when those things start. Like, you know what? Fuck no. Because I have listened to it and I have been you've stayed in some perpetual state for some time. Move beyond it. Fucking move beyond it. Cut that shit in half. The hanged man is like, I think the amount of time, you know what I'm saying? But it's also like, you've had to garner a different perspective, but you also kind of just need to approach this differently. Like, you need to approach it like and see it for what it is. It's intrusive thoughts. It's not reality. It's not true. It's not even accurate of what you truly want internally. Okay. Things are going to move the fuck forward very fast. Chariot, you are in alignment. Now's the time. Okay. Just take those necessary steps. Do that, please, so that you can. I just feel like being like with those thoughts and be like, no, not even giving it the opportunity to bait you. Cut it off at the head. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, that took a long time. Holy moly. Okay. Well, I hope that found whoever it's meant for. Yay. Yay. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic, wonderful day, and I will see you guys later this week, okay?